Welcome back to the Namida's Recycle Bin level solving commentary video series. And today we're finally going to be starting the final rank of the pack, step 10, which is NLI, which stands for NeoLemmix Introduction. And this is just referring to the NeoLemmix Introduction pack that was made for very old formats NeoLemmix. As a matter of fact, there's a couple of versions lying around. Yeah, there's one for very old formats, so one version 1.43 N-F, and also another one for old formats NeoLemmix, and both of these are by Namida. I believe the one for old formats is pretty much mostly the same as the one for very old formats, except the ones that formerly relied on gimmicks were removed from the pack. But other than that, it was like mostly unchanged, I think. Yeah, I think I would like to do a comparison of the two, later on when I finish up the video series for Namida's Recycle Bin. But anyway, yeah, just note that this rank here in NLI refers to the NeoLemmix Introduction pack for version 1.43 N-F. And as you might expect from the name of the pack, it simply was an introduction pack that Namida put together in order to get players to be familiarized with the NeoLemmix mechanics, of the game. So how the various skills work, how the objects work, that you can only find in NeoLemmix that you cannot find in like the original games, like on DOS or whatever, stuff like that. So it's just really to like ease players in to the workings of NeoLemmix and everything. Yeah, in regards to the many things that you can find. So yes, this covers the NeoLemmix Introduction pack. The levels that are in here, and I believe there are 15 levels, so we are pretty much down to the final 15, and then which would be split up between two videos. And so once we're done with the second one, we're done with the entire entirety of Namida's Recycle Bin. And so we are starting off with NLI 1. If it ain't broke, unfix it. Oh, that's interesting that the pretext isn't even for this one. Yeah, I did check beforehand, and for some very strange reason, it appears on the second level of the rank instead. So that's pretty interesting. I wonder if I like somehow did something to cause the pretext to appear on the wrong level, or if it was always like that. Let me see. Where are we? Yeah, there we go. 15 levels, okay.
Let's go.
I guess this is just really to introduce the player to this armor skill, since you cannot find that in the original Lemmings game. So, yeah, it's just disables traps so that they cannot kill Lemmings anymore. And they disable both one-time traps and also infinite traps. Yeah, at least the ones that are non-fire. Yeah, fire traps cannot be disabled whatsoever. And those are also the ones where you cannot bypass them by compressing the lemmings into a tight group. Yeah, so that it only kills one lemming at a time. So the disarmor skill will only work on one-time traps and discrete traps. Yeah, but not continuous traps like water and fire. So yeah, it's just a pretty quick introduction to what the disarmor skill does. Yeah, based on what I'm seeing with that level. Alrighty, NLI 2, Need Another Way. Yeah, these are the levels that were removed from the NeoLemmix Introduction pack. So yeah, this should have been for the previous level instead, but for some reason it appears as the second level. And again, I don't know if that was always the case or if I maybe did something that caused it to appear here instead, but I highly doubt it was something on my end though. But anyway, yeah, for this one you will notice. Let me just go ahead and load up the replay here. You will notice that the exit is blocked off by a steel block, which means, because steel is steel in NeoLemmix, you cannot destroy it in any way. Not like in the original games where steel was very glitchy and had a lot of very interesting quirks. It is impossible to complete the level because the exit is inaccessible. However, there's another thing at play here. Yeah, and I will show you what it is. So, it might seem that I'm just doing mumbo jumbo and whatever, but no. There's a reason why I'm doing all of this. So yeah, just go ahead and build, and then yeah, get through the bars with our bombers. So that's the only way we can get through. We don't have any other type of destructor skill. Alright, and then we're just gonna go and build the other way now, so that we can get up here. Yeah, and it doesn't really matter to kill some lemmings in the meantime, because as it is, yeah, it's impossible to complete the level anyway. Yeah, and the secret lies in this area right here. Because, yeah, in very early versions of NeoLemmix, yeah, there was something called secret areas. And it is an invisible marker in the level where, yeah, if you manage to get a lemming to that area, to that spot, it would take you to a secret level, yeah, if there are any for that pack. So right there, yeah, then you get this. Secret level. Congratulations, you have found a secret level. And the secret level in question for that one that we just did is, yeah, Lemmings plus 2 gimmicks 12 uptime. But since we already did this one before, yeah, I'm not going to go ahead and show it again. But this is the level where it had the no gravity gimmick, where Lemmings walk in mid-air. So yeah, because I already did this level, yeah, I'm not going to go ahead and show the solution again. If you want to see that one, just see the Lemmings plus 2 gimmicks video that I uploaded on my channel, which should be oh, I don't know, I think it is part 3. No, part 4. So the 4th video in the in my playlist, yeah, for Namida's recycle bin. So I'm gonna go ahead and exit out here, and plus I already checked, and that is after I ran my successful replay on the Lemmings plus 2 gimmicks level. Yeah, it just simply brought me to the next level in that rank, in the Lemmings plus 2 gimmicks rank. Yeah, I don't know if it's supposed to do that, or if it's supposed to like bring you back to the impossible level in the NLI rank. But anyway, yeah. So that's the whole point of that level, is just to simply show you or teach you about secret areas. Yeah, if there is one in the level. But again, they are invisible, so therefore it's not possible to know about them ahead of time, unless you look at it in an editor. Yeah, if you can't bother yourself with like just fiddling around with the level and just managing to stumble upon it by accident or whatever. But even though they are invisible, sometimes the author is nice enough to like make it stand out at some in some way, so that you know that there's a possibility of secret area trigger and stuff. Anyway, NLI 3, just have a blast. Yeah, and come to think of it, I think these were NeoLemmix Introduction pack levels that had a gimmick active. But yeah, after the shift to old formats NeoLemmix, yeah, the gimmick levels were just simply removed from the introduction pack. Yeah, at least that's what I think happened between the 2 very early NeoLemmix versions of the introduction pack. Where am I? Let's go quite some ways here. But anyway, yeah, so set up a climber. Okay, after climbing, then bomb. Yeah, and then build. No, sorry, platform across the gap. And then bomb to release them, I think? Yes. So this uses the non-fatal bomber's gimmick. Yeah, that you've seen before, where the bomber's skill does not kill the lemming itself. So therefore, that's what makes it possible to be able to save every lemming on this level. Because otherwise, yeah, the best you can do without the gimmick is 27 out of 30, rather than all 30 saved. So yeah, that's all there is to that level. NLI 4, the Ascending Lemming Scenario. Yeah, I don't quite remember what the gimmicks in these levels are. By the way, build and then contain the crowd with 2 blockers. I'm thinking this. Rising water from what I'm guessing. Yeah, so which means we have to constantly keep the crowd moving here. Yeah, so we now move to the next player, and so yeah, we contain them again with 2 blockers, and we keep on doing this until we reach the exit. Yeah, making sure to that the lead worker has enough time to go over the gaps. So yeah, the water rising here is a bit faster than the slowest speed that you can see in Strato's Lemmix pack. but it is rising nonetheless. So yeah, that's it's a pretty simple low if you know how, and you certainly it certainly shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, given the skills and everything. NLI 5 Floater Frenzy Mini. Yeah, as the title suggests here, this has the frenzy gimmick, which means you cannot pause. Yeah, so floater skills only with a pretty high release rate. But luckily, you only need to save 24 of them, so you're allowed 6 losses. But even then, yeah, it should be really, really easy to save all of them. Since you can just put your cursor right under the entrance and, yeah, just frantically click. Yeah, as usual, if you miss a lemming, yeah, and as you can see, you heard the "oh no" notification when I tried to pause. But what I'm saying is that even if you miss a lemming or two or more, yeah, you could still rewind if you wanted. So yeah. NLI 6 till life do us part. So notice here that you have to kill the lemmings instead, and you have to kill all 10 of them. So which means the corrosion gimmick is enabled, which was pretty popular with the NeoLemmix community here. Yeah, and it's definitely one of my favorites too. Okay, so we have a pre-placed lemming here. Yeah, it's just a normal lemming. But yeah, you can do this one either by splatting or just leading them to the vine swamp here. Which I believe it's that's what we're gonna do. Lead them to here. So send up a climber and floater. Yeah, so now we just have them turn around and then bash through the one-way wall. Oh, actually no, it's impossible because yeah, we only have one builder, so therefore we're gonna make them splat instead. And the way we're gonna do that is to dig over in this area. Yeah, because this fall is long enough to make them splat. But for this one, yeah, we will have to send him to the vine swamp because yeah, Rare, he's a floater as well. So therefore, he's not going to die if he falls into this area here. Which means he'll have to die a different way for the other 9 lemmings. Yep, and there you have it. Yeah, so the lucky survivor gets to drown instead of spat into a pixelated mess. So consider him a lucky fella. NLI 7, Distance Override. Well, I guess you can consider him lucky. Yeah, or not. Yeah, your mileage may vary popularly. Distant Override. I'm not sure what the title is getting to here. I can't quite remember. Anyway, block under the entrance and then send up a climber. Oh, this might be the hard worker's gimmick, where the builder keeps on going forever. Yes. Alrighty, and then we're gonna go ahead and bash. No, I'm sorry. We would do it when the climber gets over, I think. Nope. So no, I guess I just let him go first, and then I started bashing. Yeah, because we got to make sure that they all make it to the exit before the basher takes away their staircase, and then they can no longer get to the exit and will instead fall down and get fried into the acid. But in the case, yeah, you're allowed to lose up to 5 here. So the walker is 1 loss, and we lost 1 more to the acid. So more than enough. NLI 8. It's not set in steel. This one should use the wrap gimmick. And it should be a pretty easy load considering you have 15 of everything. So this triangle flashing thing is just part of the exit. One of those decorative stuff. So yeah, just build as you see here. Yeah, you could go off the bottom of the screen here and then appear at the top. But yeah, then you get to over here, which you can't do anything since there's steel. So therefore, yeah, we're gonna go over here instead. So then bash on through. Yeah, pop out over here. Yeah, and I think you can see where this is going. Then we're gonna go ahead and pop up here, and then finally go over to the right side over here. Yeah, and then I'm gonna go ahead and mine so that anyone else who is following will not fall a long way through and then fall down a spot. Okay, and now we pop out here. Now we're just going to go ahead and zigzag our way up. Yeah, and then I cancel him with a walker so that he does not turn around. Make him a floater. Oh, let's see what I do here. So I built a turnaround, yeah, and then I build again in order to make this platform for the others. Yeah, one more builder. Okay. No. Now it's one more build, sorry. Of course, I could have just turned him around with a walker, rather than just building it for him to hit his head. Oh, that's pretty interesting. I see some red right here, which probably means maybe the lava for the fire set is mixed in. But I have no idea though. But anyway, platform, and then I stop him with a basher. And again, yeah, you can interrupt him with another skill as well. Most commonly the walker skill. But in any case, yeah, now we're gonna land where the exit platform is. Yeah, now we're just gonna go ahead and close out the gap here with the builders, and that's it. Yep, and that's it. So a pretty good one. Yeah, and wrap is another pretty popular gimmick as well. Yeah, from when it used to exist for NeoLemmix. NLI 9. This way, that way. I do not remember what gimmick there is. Yeah, if there's any present here. Okay, so mine here after he turns around. Uh-oh, one lemming. One skill per... Nope, no, it's not. No, maybe it's just a normal low. Okay, bash on through. Okay, bomb there. And then build here. Oh, it's the turn around on the sign gimmick. Which means when you assign skills, yeah, the lemming will turn around and then perform the skill. So this essentially means, yeah, make sure the lemming is facing the wrong way, yeah, air quotes, yeah, before you assign the skill. So if I want to mine to the left here, for example, I need to make sure I select the lemming facing to the right. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and make sure that I did that. Yes, so before he turned around, I should have said. Yeah, I made him mine to the left. And then similarly here, yeah, wait for him to face to the right, and then assign the basher. Alright, so I do not know what the other builder is for here. But yeah, this is a gimmick that we have not seen before. Yeah, not even in any of the other levels of the Namida's recycle bin. So yeah, this is the turnaround on the sign gimmick. So it is different from the backwards walking lemmings gimmick in that for that one, yeah, lemmings still perform skills in the direction they are facing, even though they are walking backwards. Here, however, it's pretty much the inverse, where lemmings perform skills in the opposite direction they are facing. So yeah, it's very easy to get the two confused. And so you are perfectly excused, yeah, if that happens. Yeah, I occasionally get that mixed up myself. Anyway, the final level here, NLI 10, cut us some slack. This might be the lazy lemmings gimmick, just based on the title. Yeah, let's see if I'm correct, though. Yep, lazy lemmings gimmick, where skills last much shorter than they usually do. Yeah, so build, send up climber, build, and then have him turn around. And then, yeah, bash several times here. Oh no, have him build to cover up the gap first. Yeah, bashers only last for one stroke here. Okay, then bump here, and then one more bomber, I think. Yes, just barely enough, but 2 bombers is enough to get through. And this is also the one where, yeah, fortunately, lemmings keep their permanent skills. So this isn't the exhaustion gimmick, where, for example, after climbing one instance, then they lose the climber skill. And unless you have more of that skill, you cannot, they won't have to climber for the rest of the low. Alrighty, so that was the first 10 levels of the NLI rank. So the next time we're going to finish up the remaining 5 levels of the rank, and then we'll be done. So with this, I hope you enjoyed the video of the Namida's Recycle Bin level solving commentary, and I'll see you all next time for the final part.